Try to think of a happy family in media. No dead parents, no abuse, no hatred. I'll wait. It's pretty hard. I bet most of you struggled to come up with one. Now, apply that to indie animation. Near impossible. But why is that? Hello, Dumpster Cats. Today's question is, why does indie animation love broken families? And more importantly, why do we love to watch them suffer? That sounded less concerning in my head. If you're here because you like indie animation, trauma, or you're trying to write your own story, then you are in the right place. And really, it's not just indie animation. It's all sorts of media. Anime especially gets memed for all the dead parents. But in my opinion, indie animation has some of the most heartbreaking examples. Shows like Metal Family, Helluva Boss, Has Been Hotel, and even My Student Spirit don't just include broken families. They build their entire emotional core around them. And there's a reason for it. Lots of reasons, actually. The number one reason broken families are so popular is because of relatability. Shows, books, and stories in general try to emotionally connect to the consumer. And nearly everyone has mommy and daddy issues.
What's the holdup? You got daddy issues?
No, we just have never been close. After he and Mom split, he never really wanted to see me. He calls sometimes, but only if he's bored or needs me to do something.
Daddy issues.
Hopefully it's not as bad as Glam's abusive father or neglectful mother, but we feel other characters' pain. Take Glam from Metal Family. His father isn't a cartoon villain. He's worse. He's realistic. He has expectations, standards, conditions. He doesn't love Glam for who he is. He loves the version of Glam he wants him to be. And when we watch Glam, we're not just watching him. We're watching ourselves. Maybe your parents didn't abandon you or drop you as a kid, but maybe they didn't understand you. Maybe they didn't support your dream. Maybe they wanted you to become somebody else. Big studios do this too. The difference? The stories are too broad. Not bad, just less impactful. The second reason I think indie animation tends to do better than big studios is the emotional stakes. Here's where indie animation does something different. Big studios usually heal the family. Indie animation? Sometimes it doesn't. Let's compare two examples. How to Train Your Dragon and, again, Metal Family. Both have fathers with high expectations. Stoic wants Hiccup to be a strong Viking. Glam's father wants him to be a perfect musician. But here's the big difference. Hiccup's story ends with acceptance.
Hiccup!
I'm sorry. For everything.
Yeah, me too.
I'm proud to call you my son.
Thanks, Dad.
Glam's story ends with abandonment. No apology, no closure, no happy ending.
You must make a decision. Family or the rabble? The Bastion, are you listening to me? My name is Glam. Stop! I said stop! You chose the rabble! Well, this isn't your home any longer! You come back, and I won't let you in, because you chose the streets, you ungrateful, wretched worm! This is not your home, and I'm no longer your father! Because you chose the rabble! Despicable! Deplorable! You chose rabble!
And that hurts more, because that's real life for some people. Not every family heals. Not every parent changes. Not every story ends happily. Indie animation isn't afraid of the truth. Reason number 3, indie animation is personal. This is the most important reason. Indie animation is people. People with stories, experiences, trauma, therapy bills. Lots of therapy bills. When you watch Helluva Boss, you're not watching a corporate production. You're watching someone's emotions, their experiences, their pain. Indie creators don't need to appeal to everyone. They just need to tell the truth. And sometimes the truth is messy. Sometimes parents fail. Sometimes families break. Sometimes love isn't enough. And indie animation doesn't hide that. It shows it in full, uncomfortable detail with amazing music, by the way. Indie animation will emotionally destroy you. Then drop a song so good you forget about that trauma. Reason 4. Broken families create better characters. Broken families don't just create sad stories. They create interesting characters. Think about it. Happy characters don't need to change. Broken characters do. They grow, they struggle, they heal, or they don't. Characters like Stolas from Helluva Boss are compelling because they are flawed. He loves his daughter, but he failed his marriage. He is lonely. He's trying. He's messy. He's real. And that's what makes him interesting. Perfect characters are boring. Broken characters are alive. And here's the hidden reason indie animation takes such a risk. Indie animation does not play it safe. It doesn't need mass approval. It doesn't need to sell toys. It just needs to tell a story. And broken families are one of the most powerful stories you can tell because they're human. And indie animation thrives on humanity. Even when the characters are demons or drones or whatever the heck glam is. Seriously, what kind of hair gel does that man use? That thing has its own personality. So why does indie animation love broken families? Because broken families create relatable stories, higher emotional stakes, personal storytelling, and unforgettable characters. Indie animation doesn't just entertain you. It understands you. It makes you feel seen. And sometimes it hurts. But that pain, it's meaningful. And that's why we keep watching it. And also because indie animators wake up every morning and choose violence. Emotional violence, which honestly, respect. Now I want to hear from you. What indie animation broke you emotionally? Was it Metal Family, Helluva Boss, or something else? And more importantly, are you emotionally okay? Because I'm not. If you enjoyed today's video, subscribe. Or don't. I'm not your parent. I can't tell you what to do. Unlike Glam's dad. Too soon? Yeah, too soon.